my dudes, my guys, my freaking boys. Gonna work on the Miata a little bit today. We're going drifting this weekend, so the suspension in the back is like leany, so we're gonna look at that. There's also a ton of other stuff I need to work on. The downside to owning 7 cars, I think it's 7 now, 7 or 8, something like that, is that all of them need work all the time. So let me expose myself real quick. So the Miata's in the garage over there. It needs a bunch of stuff. The girlfriend's car, we got to finish wiring in the AC, and then we got to do all the power steering stuff. Her EK has an exhaust rattle. The Element has a crucial exhaust leak on a, I don't want to say brand new exhaust, I just did, but newer. This needs brakes, and it has like a, it's leaking power steering fluid or something. The wagon needs some exhaust work done. It also needs an oil pan gasket, but to do the oil pan gasket in these, you have to drop the transfer case or pull the transfer case out. I know it sounds really easy, it's not. This has a broken exhaust. The CRX, it just needs a lot. I gotta spend like a couple days on that. Eric's car, I think, is the only one that's actually, oh no, it needs an axle, And then the 240, I'm waiting to get like a slave cylinder or something like that for that thing. So that'll be in a video. I've been tinkering with the 240 when I have time. Right now, I messed up my neck and my shoulder, so I'm not supposed to be working. But let's figure out what's going on with this Miata. This is stressing me out. The back of the car sits like this. Oh, and the four-wheeler, I put these brand new tires on it, and that one's already flat. Like, come on, dog. All right, so as you can see, on this side, we're tucking like a little bit of tire, right? Like, I don't know, like 3-ish fingers in there, a little bit more. On this side, it's not tucking the tire at all, and I can fit like four-ish fingers in there. So something's definitely messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop this back bumper off. We'll pull some measurements and see what it is. When I got this car, it had been sideswiped by a semi-truck, so I wouldn't be surprised if that quarter is just like shoved down or something, like something stupid. But let's take some measurements. Okay, so what I think the game plan is going to be is there's like little tow hooks under here. And I'm going to measure up from the tow hooks and see if it's just the quarters or if it's the actual car. So it's like right at like 6 3/4, 6 3/4. So, all right. What else can we measure off of? I'll measure to the frame rail up here. Let's see. So that's kind of weird. So what I'll do is let's try to do like a measurement to this frame rail here. Let's see. Call that 14 3/4-ish. I guess I should measure it further up to be a little bit more accurate. It's like a little over 14.5. Measure the other side. This side's gonna be a bit harder to see. It's like tucked back in there. What is this? This metal bit isn't on the other side, I don't think. This side's actually a little bit over 14.5 to the frame rail there. But it could also be different shaped frame rails too. I've had that issue before. Doing cages and stuff like that. Also, it doesn't help that I can't see anything. Yeah, it's almost like a 1/2 inch. So I was really thinking that the coilovers were just adjusted different, but it's not seeming like that's the case. So I wonder if that quarter panel is pushed down that far, or something else. I guess I could jack it up and like measure the distance on the coilovers and see that, because I got to put different wheels on anyway. I'm probably not going to drift on these 205s. It didn't really work out very good last time. So I guess let's try that. So I do have to say that I do absolutely love the wheels that are on this car, on the backs. We like painted them because they were like really bad condition, but they're like 8.5s, and I feel like they fit the Miata like perfect. But I always wanted to stretch the 205s on them because these are the widest, and this is a 205/50 tire, so I just feel like that should help like with some of the grip stuff because it'll stretch the tire more, but it never does. Also, shout out to Vinny if Vinny's watching this. He got me this DeWalt Impact, and I've been using it non-stop. I basically just don't even use my Snap-on one anymore. Alright, now that we got the wheel off, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple measurements and see if maybe the coilovers have moved or anything. This is also the perfect time to do a bolt check and stuff like that. Like I'm looking at right here from the last event. There you go. I'm looking here from the last event. This is all tire around the axle, which isn't really going to affect anything, but we're in here. We might as well take that out. Just do a quick once over. I never really look up in here when I swap tires out the track. I kind of just send them. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Wonder which tire was doing that. Huh. So, all the bolts look pretty decent. Nothing looks loose. Everything seems tight. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out real quick while we're here and then take some measurements. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can pull some sort of measurement. I'd like to go from the top of the top hat to here, which is right at 7.5. So that's cool. I guess we'll go run that on the other side. See, the issue is that we don't know if this has came out of here or anything like that on the other side. So there's not really a way to tell without like unlocking the coilover, but this one seems pretty tight, so let's check it on the other side. This is interesting. This side doesn't really have any rubbing up here like the other side did. Huh. Alright, there's that. Let's measure from the top hat down. So there's the top hat down. It's a little bit over 7.5. I guess we could drop this side just a little bit and see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this without having to take everything apart though. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, it's in there pretty good. Sometimes you can just take them like this and spin them, so it's barely off. We're just gonna keep it there and look over all of our bolts. So when I say I drift a stock Miata, guys, like this is stock 30-year-old bushings everywhere. Like there's absolutely nothing fancy going on in here. So everything looks good back here. Well, I guess since there's nothing to do, the other side's just lower. I guess the quarter panel's buckled on that side or something. There's not really a very good way to measure that. I guess I'm gonna just put it back together. I guess before I put it back together, I'll try to take a measurement. We'll like measure from like this wheel stud to up here. I'll just like put it to where it's straight-ish up and get a measurement from there to there and see if any of that changes. There's nothing like hard on the body that you can mount to figure it out. Now I'm kind of excited because these are 8.5s. This is what I would love to run all the time because it looks the best. But I got these 8s off my buddy Ben. We'll be drifting with him this weekend. So I'm kind of excited to try these out on here. We don't have very many 8s that we use to drift with. Although I'm trying to switch everything over to 8s. So the last event, I destroyed another fiberglass front bumper. I bought this one used. It's like messed up down there in the middle. I just gotta paint it. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it before this event, but like, now he looks like he sprayed primer on his. I'm probably just gonna sand down what's on here and spray it just for now. But yeah, these wheels look sick. These are definitely way too nice for this car. That's for sure. So, but see how there's a gap on this side, dude? The other side looks so much better. But like I said, everything measures out, so it doesn't make any sense. Look, that looks so much better. So I don't really know what to do. I measured from the top hat to the bottom of the spring perch, and it's the same exact measurement. So the coilovers are set up the same, it's just that side's lower. But like I said, it did get sideswiped by a semi truck, so I can't be too mad at it. For a drift car, you know, it'll do the thing. Because I don't want to raise one side up or lower one side and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure they should both be bottomed out in the cups. So yeah, I don't know. Because if I can raise or lower them now, I'd have to mess with the preload, and I really like the preload where it's at. If anything, I might want to stiffen it just a hair. But like, even looking at it like this, it looks like it's crooked. So it measures out fine to the tow hooks. So I think something on the body is just tweaked down, which wouldn't surprise me, because when I got it, the whole side of it was like bashed up. So I will say that I am a big fan of my JDI push button start. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it at first, but it is kind of cool. So clutch in, foot on the brake, push. Yeah, other than painting the front bumper and trying different tire setups and stuff like that, I don't really know what I want to do to the Miata. I think it's good how it is. I'm thinking maybe I should build some rack spacers or something like that to get a little bit more angle. Not that I can even use the angle that I have now. It would just be cool to have it. But what do you guys think I should do to the Miata next? Let me know. Comment. I don't know what to do with it. Everything's good. I'm going to a big event in October, and I'm drifting with some friends, so I'm really trying to have the car like dialed by then. Like, I want like tire setup figured out, tire pressure figured out, like everything. I want everything figured out. This is a very big event, and it'd be very good for me to do well at that event, I think. So I'm trying to get the car set up for that and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of talking in this video, but yeah, I'm gonna paint this front bumper. Probably not today, it'll probably be tomorrow, but I'll do that off camera. So, all right, fellas, I guess that's gonna be it for this one. I know it's real short, kind of boring, but we'll have a banger, because this weekend we're going drifting again. So I'm probably just gonna work on the exhaust on the beat a little bit during this week, and yeah, and then be ready to go drifting. I already have all my tires ready to go and stuff like that. So if y'all like little update videos like this, let me know down below. Please, please, please let me know, because I don't know what to post. So I'll see y'all later.